Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Raheel Show podcast. It's been a while since we last talked, but we are back. We are ready to go. We got a good show planned for you. And Jose, sorry, I was just looking at something real quickly. We are good. We are good. I just want to make sure we're good again because we are on multiple platforms now. It's a lot of different things that go on. So for those of you that are listening on the audio side, if you ever want to watch along and watch live, join us. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and Periscope. Anywhere you are, we are there now. So let's get this bad boy going. Spicy boy masks, 25 left. Jose, only 25 left. I sent yours in.
Let's go.
I dropped some CBD off for you.
You did.
Alamo Remedy CBD, hooking it up, man. They are so awesome. Don't forget to use promo code Unicorn. Did you take any?
Yeah, I've actually been taking the droplets before bed, and my brother's taking the capsules for his aches because he's always aching because he's an old man now.
Man,
And it said it's helped with it. He said it's helped with his shoulder pain.
good.
And for the first couple of days, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't feel much of a difference, but I'm starting to now. I know it's
Yeah.
something you have to keep taking on a daily basis, and it last night was the first time in a long time I had really good sleep, and I've been taking it since you gave it to me, which was on Friday afternoon, was when you brought me the goods from Alamo.
Yeah.
So
Each person responds differently to CBD. That's what I've noticed with giving it to people and preaching about it. And even for myself, like I respond differently to the tincture than I do to the gummies or to the lotion. Like the tincture will mellow me out so much. And I don't like that. Like I like being in control, and I just, like I want to be in control of my mood. And sometimes that happens, but the gummies, nothing. Like it helps me with my aches. It helps me, like I'll take it after a workout and man, like I'm ready the next day. So it just depends on each person. And that's why it's so affordable to try out at $17.99. And this isn't a live endorsement. You guys already heard that if you're on the audio side of things. This is just us talking about it because you just got it. It is so awesome. I can't believe everyone's not taking CBD still.
Yeah, I really recommend the droplets you gave me. I feel like those are really worth it because those last you about a month. It's a month worth of droplets because it's I believe it says it's about 30 servings, which is actually obviously a month. So at $17.99, you get that for a whole month. That's a bet.
Yeah. Mr. Josh Like a Boss, or AKA El Jefe, said you got to get your dog some CBD, and you can give your pets CBD. Just be careful with it. There's some companies that make CBD products just for pets, and I'm always kind of, if I don't trust a brand, if I don't know your brand, I don't give it to my dog because he has stomach issues. So talk to your vet and give it on your own risk because I don't like giving my dog different things because we gave him some stuff one time and we had to spend $2,000.
Oh my goodness!
Because he had to go to the pet hospital.
You had to pump his stomach?
No, not pump his stomach. It just he had some kidney issues with it.
Oh man!
So like he couldn't even walk and it was rough, dude. And that was after we spent almost $2,000 the summer before to get surgery on his stomach when he swallowed the mango pit. So, yeah, like I don't do the pet CBD
that dog's
stuff.
Been expensive for you.
I know, dude. It's been more money, more problems, dude.
Would you say he's been the bane of your wallet's existence?
Yeah, he's been the bane to my Batman for sure, and Batman being my wallet. But yeah, so always like make sure with pet stuff. We only use 3 different brands for pet related things, and if it's not those 3 things, I'm not giving it to him because I know he will not have any kind of side effects with it. So check that out. The mask, by the way, the first batch went out today. Second batch will go out next week. So if you do want the Spicy Boy masks, go to the link in the description of this episode or go to Instagram and you can get it. And I only have 25 left for real, like 25 for real. The Spicy Boy girl and Spicy girl shirts and Spicy Boy shirts from Teespring. We're not doing any more of those. Teespring epically screwed up. So I'm sorry, everyone. I know people still haven't gotten their T-shirts from a month ago. I apologize. You got yours, Jose. I love it. I got mine. But I mean, I've had literally every day somebody telling me, hey, I still haven't gotten mine. I'm so sorry about that. from here on out, I'm producing and shipping my own thing. I'm controlling my own product. And now I understand. Now I understood what Kanye meant when he was like, "No, I want control of everything." Okay, because I don't trust other people. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So make sure you get the Spicy Boy mask. I'm sending those out, guys. Those are like me hand packing them and sending them out to
Sealing them
you.
with a kiss.
I do. I got the envelopes and I licked them. So there's a little bit of DNA or potentially COVID-19 on them. So please be careful.
You don't seal it with a kiss? You don't put on some lipstick and put a kiss on the seal for everyone? Yeah.
I should do that. And because there's a bunch of guys ordering them. So their spouse would love that. They're who sent you this envelope with a kiss on it? What is this weird stuff? I'm gonna do that. That's a good call, Jose. Good job, buddy. See, look at that. This is why we do this, so we get ideas. All right, let's start off, man. How's your week been?
So far, so good, man. I actually haven't told you this, so this would be the first time you hear about this. I finally got an air fryer, so
Nice.
I'm all on board, and I love the fact that I finally got one. And like a couple days later, I found out there's like a new little hip thing that's like a crock pot / air fryer combo. That's like the hottest like kitchen accessory of the summer.
The pressure cooker, like
it's like a crock pot and a air fryer in one.
Oh man,
it's 6.5 quarts or something like that.
Man.
And so that's a thing now.
And you were still on last year's stuff or 3 years ago.
I'm on last year's model. Yeah, 3 years ago's model.
Dang. What have you air fried so far? Because you know me, I can't believe it took you this long because I was a number one fan.
This is the second one I've bought. The first one ended up with my best friends who when they got a house, that was what ended up being their housewarming. So I got another one, and so far I've just done chicken, and I've reheated some wings. We had some leftover wings from over the weekend, and just warmed those bad boys up in there.
Dude, the French fries, the French fries in the air fryer, you can get those frozen ones. It's so good, man.
So I did the chicken nugget thing. You told me to do the chicken nuggets a couple months ago. I remember that, so I did that. But when you make fries, can you stack them in there, or do you have to like do them a little bit at a time, just line them up one by one?
Well, you can stack them up there, but yeah, if you want like the crispiest ones, you got to spread them out and kind of give it space. Although the fries on top of the stack get the most equal cooking because it's
so they still cook. They just won't be. As crisp.
Yeah. They'll still cook, but they won't be as crunchy. So you just have to kind of play around with your air fryer. For me, I do sweet potato fries in there from like a frozen bag one. Yeah. And man, they are the best fries.
Why don't you just make your own, lazy?
Because I like when I make sweet potatoes, I like them boiled. So I don't, because I can't ever get the fry cut the perfect
the way you want it to.
Width. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they get too thick, and I don't like them too thick. All right.
Sammy says I'm a money bags because I bought an air fryer.
Yeah, about time, dude.
All right, I guess because I've accidentally not accidentally, but I've ended up with 2. So I guess technically I am a money bags. You
can go get egg rolls, man.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, egg rolls are good in there. I mean, anything that you normally fry. You can even I don't know if I put the recipe online, but I've done funnel cakes in there.
Oh, Spicy Boy Cookbook 2022.
Yeah, the air fry cookbook. That's part of our Spicy Boy season, fall season lineup. That's what we're gonna do. Yeah, so you can do so many different things. Pizza warm up. Yeah, rewarming up pizza is good in there. Anything, man. Even tortillas, fry them up a little bit. You get chips. Ooh,
tortilla I don't know if chips. I like that.
Tortilla chips.
Don't appropriating know if I your like culture. That. Don't do that to my culture.
I'm doing that to your culture.
While we're on the subject of appropriating my culture, are tortillas bread? Yes or no?
Yes.
Get out of here.
What are they then?
This was a big conversation on the Twitters yesterday, and it was all white people having this conversation. On the Twitter yesterday.
What would it be if it's not bread?
Corn tortillas are not bread.
No, corn tortillas are not. Tortillas are corn.
I would possibly entertain the conversation of whether or not flour tortillas are bread, but to me they're not.
Okay, so what do you define as bread? Right? You gotta give me your definition of
risen
bread.
Yeast.
Okay, risen yeast. That's fine. That's fine. So bagel, not a bread?
Bagel is not a bread.
Wow.
No, of course bagel's a bread. It's bread,
But I
yes.
don't think it has yeast in it.
It doesn't?
I don't think
Interesting.
so.
I didn't know that.
Look that up. I don't think it does. I'm trying to look back, think back in all the cooking channel shows and Food Network shows where they go around to famous bagel places. I don't think they throw yeast in there, but I could be wrong because they don't. I'm trying to think now. Look it up. Yeast in bagel.
Traditional bagel dough contains wheat, flour, salt, water, and yeast.
Okay. All right. So that is that is bread. That is bread. So normal bread, sourdough bread, obviously, white bread, wheat bread, all that is bread. And that's it then for you. There's no other. What about burger buns? Burger buns.
Well, isn't that bread?
It's just bread cut in half, right?
Yeah.
Tortillas don't have any yeast, right? It's just flour, lard, or for flour tortillas. Corn tortillas we don't count because corn tortillas are literally corn, just pressed.
The conversation was, well, if pita bread is bread, then why aren't tortillas? And like to me, they're different. Like one's really thick and is literally like almost a loaf of bread.
Okay, that is interesting. Why is pita considered bread, but pita, you're right, it's thicker. Does pita bread have yeast in it?
Good question. I'll look it up. Everyone in the chat, give us your answers. Is our flour tortillas considered bread to you guys?
I think you're right. It just might be as simple as, is there yeast in it? Because if there's yeast in it, then that's a bread. And if flour tortillas do not have any yeast in it, then yeah, it doesn't count as bread. Then I'd be wrong. But yeah, I use it.
Pita does have yeast.
Okay, so then it is a bread. That's what makes it thicker, I guess.
Yeah.
Because so if I eat a sausage with tortillas, is that bread?
Sausage? Wait, what do you mean?
If I do a sausage wrap with a tortilla, because that's how I eat my beef jalapeno sausage. I take a sausage, grill it, and then wrap, and then I put cream cheese, put some jalapenos, and then wrap it up.
You nasty.
That's called a taco.
So we're getting a lot of no's in the chat. Andrew, beautiful Andrew says no. Oscar says no, and so does Sammy. I don't know, man.
Okay, my next question for you: the thing that I just described, taking a jalapeno and beef sausage, a kielbasa sausage, grilling it, putting cream cheese, onions, and jalapenos on top, and a little sauce, depending on what mood I'm in.
Mwah. Delicious.
In a tortilla.
Is that a hot dog?
No, is that a taco?
I guess technically speaking, yeah.
Oh, my culture.
I guess technically speaking, it is a taco.
Yeah.
It sounds more like that. You should put that on a hot dog bun. But
nah, it's too bready. Then you lose the
literally.
Yeah, boom, got it. That's what a callback is. The sausage loses its integrity in a hot dog bun to me. Yeah, because it's too much bread then, and you don't get the snap of the sausage.
So far, I don't think we've gotten a yes for his tortilla bread. Don't feel ashamed if you think so. I want to know.
I'm wrong. Yeah, I'll change mine. If it's because you're right. If the measuring stick is yeast, then tortilla is not a bread.
It's just a conversation that was had on the Twitter timeline yesterday, and I was not here for that.
Okay, what were your first reactions on the tweet that changed the world with a third-party contender in the upcoming 2020 election, Mr. Kanye West?
My initial reactions were not anything I can say on this podcast because I'm trying to be more professional and more mature, so I don't mess with your bag. But I thought my initial thoughts were, you've got to be bleeping kidding me. Like, we just got to stop playing. Like, it's bad enough the orange peel that we have in the office now. Like, I don't need Kanye West in the office. Like, that's just not something that I need. I need you to focus completely on your gap line so I can cop everything and resell what I don't want. Leave the politics to somebody else, please.
Look, he has an upcoming album, all right? Like, Kanye is notorious for this, right? He'll do a lot of different things before an album is released. Going back to Graduation, the 50 Cent beef, going to Watch the Throne, where you've got some cryptic tweets. Good Friday, leading up to My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. There's a lot of different stunts that he does, and some are awesome, right? You get awesome music out of it. You get great content, all of that stuff. I'm hoping this isn't just a tweet or a ploy to get more people interested in him for right now, and then he drops the album.
This is going to be like in 2016, where people were voting for Harambe.
Yeah.
Remember that was a thing that happened?
Yeah.
This is that, except more people are going to vote for Kanye West if he continues on this track than they did as a joke for Harambe.
The one thing that I don't agree with people is like, oh, nobody's going to vote for him. Guys.
Yes, people will vote for him.
People voted for a reality star, a reality TV star, right? That's what President Trump is. Yes, he has his businesses and all that. But what is he most known for? For being...
Get fired.
Yeah, for being The Apprentice, right? That show. And if a reality TV star can become a president, can't the creator of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy make a run for it?
I don't know. It was only the best album to come out the last decade, and it came out the first year of the decade. So,
it potentially the greatest. Is it potentially the greatest rap album ever or hip hop album ever?
That's a good question, because it definitely is in my lifetime, but I don't know, because the impact that like groups like A Tribe Called Quest had with the Low End Theory, and like Outkast had with whatever Outkast album you want to choose, whether it's Aquemini or AT Aliens, that's a tough one. Obviously Jay-Z with everything he did. But certainly in my lifetime, I would say so. Certainly since I've been into hip hop and the artists that have been bred from that, I would say so, yeah.
Like Jay-Z, immediately his album gets knocked out, right? If you put up My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy against the Black Album,
it's better.
Blueprint, Volume 1, like it's immediately knocked out, right?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah.
Yeah, and look, impactful versus greatest is totally different. Like you can have, look, for example, a sports analogy, right? Allen Iverson had a huge impact on the game.
Yeah.
But he's not the greatest of all time.
Yeah, then I guess putting it in that perspective, then yeah, I would think so.
I think we need to start compiling our list. I think but you and I are so... If we tweeted this and we tagged like 5 hip hop heads on it, we would get crushed, I think.
Yeah, probably so.
Right? Because it's a personal connection. Some people might put you might put Dre on there. Right?
Sammy brings up a point. I feel like 808s was more influential. I think it's between those two.
808 was more influential, absolutely. Like the sound of 808 is still being used, and hell, Travis Scott made a whole career out of it.
Yeah, it's made people like Travis Scott, Young Thug, like a lot of artists have. Drake a long time. Like when Drake was first coming up, that was what he was on. Kid Cudi, obviously, which Kanye kind of took that sound a little bit from Cudi, but
he did take some of that. The other Raheel says J. Cole. By the way, congratulations to J. Cole. Was it 9-year anniversary or 10th year anniversary of releasing the workout song where he just literally bit Kanye's song again?
Oh, that was the thing? Yeah,
that's right. Again, J. Cole. No, J. Cole doesn't make the list. Move on. Next podcast, Raheel. Sorry, next one. Anything by Eminem?
Everyone loves that album. I don't think it's that good. Dude, what? I think the Eminem Show is better than Marshall Mathers LP.
I'm not going to argue with you.
I think the Eminem Show is his best album.
Hold on.
It's his last good album, in my opinion.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. We're going to look at something real quickly. You pull up the Eminem Show, and I'm going to pull up Marshall Mathers LP, and we're going to do this live on the podcast, just ranking the songs, all right? Marshall Mathers LP, 18 songs, came out in 2000. Here are some of the big songs from that album, all right? Public Service Announcement 2000. That's a really good start to the album. Stan is on that one. The Way I Am, The Real Slim Shady, I'm Back, Marshall Mathers, Drug Ballad, which is an underrated song, so damn good. Amityville Horror, and Kim is on there as well. And then I'm sure there's other ones where people are like, this song is even better. Okay,
now you ready for Eminem show 2002? He went back to back on these 20 songs. That has White America, Business, Cleaning Out My Closet, Soldier, Without Me, Sing for the Moment, Superman, When the Music Stops, Till I Collapse.
Damn.
So Marshall Mathers LP definitely has bigger songs, but I think Eminem Show's a better album.
Okay, you're right. That one, like the songs you said, I listened to those songs more.
So yeah, because this is where he got more. I was never really into the horrorcore stuff that he did in his first two albums, and he got more serious in this album. To me, this is his best one.
Okay, now let's do Kamikaze 2018.
Get the hell out of here.
I can't name you a song on this album, bro.
Is there a song called Kamikaze?
Yes, there's a song. There you go,
bingo.
There's a song from.
Is that the one that had the song with Beyonce?
I have no idea. I listened to that album one time and I never listened to it again.
There was a song he had with Beyonce that was like a cheesy, like really generic, like radio single, and it was never on the radio.
Oh, I remember that one.
Walk on Water, it was called.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, here's another one. Music to be Murdered By. How about Eminem drops albums and they just fall by the wayside.
That's crazy because he's put out one every year for the last couple of years, and I haven't listened to any of them.
I know. We haven't, like, literally no one even brings them up. No one brings them up. It sucks. But his prime albums were so damn good.
Yeah.
So damn good. Okay, so Kanye's still number one right now for us. And again, this is influence against greatest. College Dropout was more influential, but My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was the greatest.
Was College Dropout more influential?
Yes.
More than 808s?
Yes.
Okay.
At the time,
I was 10 when that came out, so I don't really remember that.
I was in college, and I'm like, I vividly remember this conversation I had with my buddy who he grew up in the music industry. Okay.
Yeah.
So like he knows music. His brother helped produce a lot of big songs from the Dirty South days. Okay. Like this, like legit music guy. Okay. So I would love hanging out with him because we talk music, we listen to music, we drive around and listen to music and all that good stuff. And I was so excited when I heard Through the Wire that I was like, dude, you got to listen to this song. This guy is, I don't know who he is. And then you start researching, you go, oh, he also did H the Izzo. And like, oh, okay, this guy.
Yeah.
And I played it for him. He goes, oh, nah, this is nothing. He's like, this sound is never going to catch on. And sure enough, The College Dropout goes on to become one of the most popular albums ever.
And what's this guy up to now?
Well, this guy is not in the music industry, unfortunately. I don't think he is. But the reason I bring that up is because the sound at the time in 2003 was so different. It was like ludicrous. It was harder, right? Like it was more club bangers, and that was it. And there was no deeper lyrical meaning behind anything. It was like, oh, okay, cool. Like literally, oh, you're hot. Okay, take your shirt off. Oh, you have sweat dripping down your balls? Oh, wow. You must be really partying. Like, that was it. That was as deep as the lyrics got, right?
Yeah.
And then when Kanye comes along and drops something like Through the Wire, it changed everything. You're like, oh, you can actually say something in these songs. And then the album drops and you're like, holy crap. Never Let Me Down. And then you keep going on. You're like, oh, damn, this is different. So to me, it was more influential than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. But if somebody disagrees with that, I'm cool with it. But I'm just saying, like, at the time, I remember nobody was ready for it. And then it changed the way music was made.
So that's why you think it's better than Late Registration, even though it's not.
Yeah, it is better.
It's not better than Late Registration.
I forgot to give you Late Orchestration. I forgot to give you that. Dang it. I'll bring that to you next time.
Just ship it to me.
No, I'm not paying what I just paid. Different story for a different time. I'm so pissed today. So pissed today. But my speaking of shipping, my Currents came in Tame Impala. Been
Oh yeah.
blast, dude. That album is okay. I listened to Lonerism, and I liked Currents way better.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy.
Currents is like the meme. Like that's literally the album where they blew up because songs were going viral in viral videos. Like
Mhm.
that helped them. Was
That was
Vine
where
still around?
do what?
Was Vine still around?
2016, I believe, is the album. Yeah, it was.
Because I would.
It might have been the last. It might have been the final
Yeah,
hurrah
I
for
think that's
Vine.
what it was because Tame Impala videos were just popping up out of nowhere in memes, just on social media. I remember seeing videos on Twitter, and they would all have God, what's the name of the song? That's all. I need to pull up Currents now. That there's just such memeable songs on that album, and the names are escaping me.
The first time I heard a song from that album was from
The less I know, the better.
Yeah, I
Was,
remember those videos.
Memes.
I heard
I can't play it, right? We'll get copyrighted.
Yeah, I got dinged because we played Michael, but it was so worth it because we got
How
to
did they
sing along.
catch it? Those bastards.
Well, only on YouTube. We got dinged for it because you can't you can't play copywritten stuff on YouTube, right? So like that's fine. What I didn't disagree with it. I was like, I told you, I knew it was gonna happen, but it was still worth it. The first time I heard their stuff, a song from that album was "New Person, Same Old Mistakes," and that was in the snippet for ATL. Yep, yeah, for Atlanta.
I remember.
Yeah, and I was like, "What is?" I thought it was a new Gambino song.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh my god, new music right here!" And it was Tame Impala. Sammy says Tame Impala is this generation's Passion Pit. Passion Pit got big off of that Nokia commercial, and have never been the same since. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
Is it though? Because Tame Impala stayed fairly popular.
You tell me, because I'm
really
new on their
Passion
album.
Pit.
I'm new into their album, Passion Pit. Their run, that first out, Mannerisms, whoo, still one of the great, one of the great albums.
Comparison's lost in me because of Passion Pit, but Tame Impala has stayed pretty relevant. Kevin Parker, who is the main guy behind Tame Impala, he's produced for a bunch of people. He's produced for SZA and for Travis, and for Kali Uchis as well. So he stayed pretty popular. His latest album was good, but to me, Lonerism will always be their best one, or his best one.
Okay, our fan of the week is already here, so I'm going to bring him on for this next conversation. That I had this random thought. Welcome into the show, first of all, Joe George. Let me bring him in. What's up, Joe George? How are you, man?
Joey.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Doing all right. So for a backstory, Joe George, myself, and Jose, we all used to work at Gal Media, and only one of the guys is still there. That's Jose. Yep. Joe George, you are now at Sports Talk 790, part of the A-Team. You produce for them. Make sure you listen to them. Shout out to Adam Wexler and Adam Clanton. Super, super nice guys always, and you are now part of that show. Joe, I'm so happy you're back, like full-time in radio and doing that. And all that good stuff. So how you been, man?
Man, I'm good. The pandemic's been weird because I've been working overtime for the most part, it feels like. But it's been good. It's been weird without sports, but we've just been grinding away and trying to have fun and keep everyone informed about what's going on. But it's been awesome.
That's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. And I texted Adam about you, and I was like, man, I love Joe George. He's such a good dude, and
appreciate that.
I'm happy you caught on with them and that you are doing that show. So good. Now all the good stuff is out of the way, Jose. So now let's start roasting him, okay?
No.
Boy, what's up? Oh, you're wearing an Astros hat?
Yeah.
You're pandering now?
No, I'm not pandering. I love the team. I've been here.
You love the team.
I've been here for 5 years now. I mean,
what? I thought you were a Cubs fan.
I am, but the Cubs and the Astros don't play each other.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. No.
Yes, it does. I can be an Astros fan and a Cubs fan.
Are you a Chicago Bulls fan?
You.
I mean, I'm kind of a Bulls fan.
No one's a Chicago Bulls fan.
They're so trash. It's hard to root for them because
let's go around the screens real quickly. Let's see how many Chicago Bulls players we can name.
Zach LaVine.
Okay, ready, set, go. Jose first.
Zach LaVine is the only one I know.
Kobe White.
Dang it, you took mine. Marcus Pfizer.
Zach LaVine.
No.
Laurie Marketing.
Kirk Heinrich.
Oh, Laurie Markin is a good one.
Heinrich.
Same thing.
Kirk Heinrich for the longest time. Is he a coach?
Dang.
Is he a coach there?
No, he's not. He should be. They should fire Jim Boylan and hire Kirk Heinrich. I'd be for that.
Okay, starting 5 for the Chicago Bulls. Can you do it, Joe George?
Chris Dunn, Zach LaVine, Otto Porter, Laurie Markkinen, and the big kid from Duke, Wendell Carter.
Wow. Kobe White's not starting for them?
No, he's a 6 man, dude.
Oh, gosh, he's so good. I love
He's
his
so
game.
good. So good.
Okay, everyone take a sip of water.
Got water break in because the next thing I want to bring up with you guys, and Joe, I want to get your thoughts on this one too. So over the weekend, Jose, and Josh are in a thread, and we always just send each other stories. We're talking shit about a lot of people, and you sent something, Jose, and I just responded with something random about this. Who are the most uncancelable people? Who can we never cancel, right? No matter what happens. Like the reason I was thinking about this was because Shea Serrano tweeted something, and I said, Shea Serrano will never get canceled. Like, there's no way you're going to cancel him, right? One, he works for The Ringer, and he talked about everything that was happening at The Ringer. People try to, try to see if he would step up on that. And he's like, yeah, let's have this discussion. This is a good discussion to have. Everyone moved on. You can't cancel Shea Serrano. The reason I brought this up was Barstool Sports. We talked about it last week, Jose, with Fan. And I said, like, what exactly are you going to cancel from Barstool Sports? Because, like, you're going to take money away from them? They'll find more sponsors. To me, like, I disagree with what they stand for sometimes, and a lot of times, actually, but you're not going to cancel them. So who are the most uncancelable people in the world? It doesn't have to be sports.
Yeah.
Across anything. Okay.
To me, the ultimate king of uncancelability is Vincent Kennedy McMahon.
Ooh.
It doesn't matter what happens in the WWE because people don't care enough. And the stuff that Vince McMahon gets away with every year is just insane. If this was if the stuff that happens with the WWE happened in any sports league, they would have gotten their asses out of there, Donald Sterling style. The fact they weren't testing people for the virus until it became an issue, despite the fact that, first off, the McMahon family paid off Governor DeSantis' campaign for Trump's re-election or something along those lines. I don't remember the specifics. I apologize, but if you look this up, you'll find it easily. So they could be classified as essential, so they could keep having TV shows. They have all these TV shows, obviously with no fans, but they have NXT wrestlers at the arena. They're not testing anyone. People get popped for the virus, and they're specifically told, there's an email that leaked, that you can't come out publicly saying you have the virus.
Wow.
If this happened in any other sports league, that's it. Like Rob Manfred would be forced to resign. But Vince McMahon said the N-word like 5 years ago on a pay-per-view, and no one bats an eye at the fact he did that.
Yeah, I mean, remember when he, even just like the Chris Benoit stuff, when like they had a whole show to Chris, and then they didn't have any of the facts, and then it came out the next week that he killed his wife and children, and like no one batted an eye. Like it's just, I'm glad you said that, because when he said the N-word to John Cena, I remember that like specifically. It was so uncomfortable, and the fact that like they've got away with that, and they've had like 30 positive tests right now. It's unreal what they're getting away with. Unbelievable.
That's a great one, because I didn't even know they had positive tests or anything like that. Like, it doesn't even get to the mainstream news by any means, or even trend on Twitter. And I follow a bunch of wrestling people, and I haven't seen anything. So, yeah, that's a good one.
That's what's so crazy to me. I don't understand where the disconnect is, because is the disconnect simply like no one really cares for wrestling like that anymore?
It comes back to this, right? Like, he owns the company, right? You can't, like, what are you canceling? What are you canceling, right? Like, are you taking away money from them? because they'll find more sponsorships. I hate to break it to you guys, it doesn't matter. People some companies don't give a crap what you stand for.
That we'll get into this later, but my theory, my thought on cancel culture is that it's not really real because I don't feel like anything. I don't. Who have we successfully canceled?
Yes, that's
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
I feel like who else?
Bill Cosby.
Yep.
And again, these are
these
are warranted things.
That's almost different.
But no, before he was found guilty, he was canceled, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like nobody wanted any part of him when all that stuff started coming out.
Yeah, so I just think I think cancel culture is not a genuine thing. Like I just don't think who has seen consequences from being quote unquote canceled.
Yeah, and I'm with you. Nobody, right? Like this is a hard. You'll lose people, but again, you have to define what are you canceling? Are you canceling the entire business into bankruptcy? Are you canceling that person so they don't have a platform anymore? What is it? What exactly are we canceling? For example, the statues that are, the Confederate statues, you're trying to cancel those. Well, you can actually do something. You can knock those down. Like there is something tangible in terms of canceling them. Which, side note, did you guys see the NFAC march on Stone Mountain?
No.
Dude. No. Ooh, man, it is awesome. Just look it up. NFAC. I think it's NFAC. And it's a black militant group. Oh, man, it is awesome. They're just out there calling out everybody. Either you're with us, either you join us or come fight us. It is awesome. These dudes are strapped up, man. Look it up. Is it NFAC? I was reading up on them when the video went viral. I think it's called No Bleeps, No Fs. Look it up. NFAC or NFEC? I forgot what it's called. Look it up.
NFAC.
NFAC, right? Yeah. What does it stand for?
I don't have it pulled up. I just see not bleeping around coalition.
There you go. That's it. Not effing around coalition. I like that they're a coalition. That's an underused group mentality. Coalition. Awesome. Okay, Joe George, who's your most uncancelable person?
I'm gonna go with a guy you guys were just talking about, Eminem. Like the things that Eminem got away with in the early 2000s about what he said about Michael Jackson and just like, I mean, he has a line about touching little boys in one of his songs, like taking a shot at Michael. It's unreal what what Eminem got away with in the early 2000s. And like, you could cancel him now, but what does it accomplish? Like you said, like no one knows when he drops an album anymore. He's basically irrelevant to music. Like,
so has he been canceled then?
He's just out of date.
No, I think he's just washed.
Yeah, he's just washed up. Like he's just not Eminem anymore.
Well, it's like it's like, okay, you know what? Like now, like his tweets, you're like, man, Eminem's an awesome guy. Like what he tweets, you're like, man, I'm down with this. You guys might be right. It's not. I don't listen to him because I just don't resonate with the music. You're right. It's not about, oh, I can't believe he said that about Michael Jackson or Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera, whatever, right? Okay, that's a good Eminem, uncancelable.
He made songs about kidnapping his wife with his daughter. That's what 97 Bonnie and Clyde's about, isn't it? Like him and his daughter are running away with Kim in the trunk or whatever.
Yeah, like even just like the premise of Stan, I don't think would fly today. Like telling a story that way, I don't think would work in today's mainstream media at all. Like I think he would get crushed if Stan came out today. And now it's just everyone uses the word Stan. It's just
I don't know if he'd get crushed. I don't know if the song would get big though.
Yeah. People would be like, this is kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I don't think he'd get crushed. I just think the song wouldn't like blow up the way it did.
Okay, here's a good one. Roel says Trump is probably number one. Like all jokes aside, he is uncancelable, right? Like he can say whatever the hell he wants. What are you gonna do? Try to impeach him? Didn't work.
They already tried that.
Yeah, and then, like, that's a good one.
Trump Tower and all that stuff. Like it's like you said, like it's his business. Like people are still gonna stay there. Yeah. Like they might just rename it. They'll still stay.
They'll just put Confederate bed sheets out. Rebrand. Yeah. Dave Chappelle can't get canceled.
They tried canceling
tried.
him.
They tried, and he
did.
doubled down. He said, "Oh, the LGBTQ community is coming after me. Watch this. I'm gonna do the LGBTQ car ride bit from his last special. What was the name of the last special? Oh, why am I blanking? Dang, it was so good. I just watched it the other night after 846 dropped. But yeah, he doubled down on that. He's like, oh, okay, cool. You guys are gonna cancel me? Watch this. One of the funniest bits ever. So he dropped that. Joe Rogan probably isn't going to get canceled. That's another good one.
No,
They tried on a Saturday morning. They tried to get Joe Rogan and Joey Diaz canceled. It didn't work. Joey Diaz, like, you're not going to cancel because they're employed by themselves. And even though he has a deal with Spotify that's worth a lot of money, Spotify knew. Spotify has already listened to everything. Like, trust me, they don't make these deals without doing their due diligence.
Yeah, I feel like we try to cancel Joe Rogan like once every 15 months or something.
And then
that's
every week he says something.
Yeah, and then really clever people jump on and go, "Oh yeah, we all had that. We all had a Joe Rogan growing up. It was my older brother's friend who used to smoke weed and just talk." Like, shut up, dude. It's more than that. Joe Rogan's awesome. Joe Rogan is fantastic.
Is that a cape on your back, Raheel?
It is. It actually, I love the Joe Rogan experience. I got one for you guys. There's no way in hell, no matter what happens, except for sexual assault. Okay, we got to put that in there because that will cancel him. The Rock. The Rock will never get canceled. The Rock, there's no way he gets canceled.
He's more likely to be president than to get canceled.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
That's a great line.
He should be running, not Kanye.
Yes, for sure. I would totally vote for The Rock.
Right? If The Rock said, I'm running for president, and he puts together a decent platform, he could win. He's the most popular man on the planet.
Is he?
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, he makes so much money. Like, every movie of his is sold out. Like, he can do whatever he wants.
Is Cristiano Ronaldo not more popular than him?
Okay, here, I'll put it this way, Jose. Everybody watches Moana. Some people watch soccer.
That's not true. I feel like more people watch soccer than watch Moana.
Not America.
No. Across the world.
More people watch soccer than they watch
Moana.
No
Chance.
Yes,
no
they do.
Chance.
Cristiano Ronaldo's been playing for like 20 years.
What's the most popular company in the world?
Disney?
Yes.
I feel like you're understating the power of football.
I think you're understating the power of Moana, one of the greatest movies ever.
So that's probably true.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's greatest work is Moana and the soundtrack he did. Not Hamilton.
He might be another uncancelable person. I don't know
that's a good one. LMM, is it Lin-Manuel Miranda?
I think
right?
so.
I just call him LMM. His greatest work is the Moana album. Yeah, not Hamilton. Trust me on this one. That album slaps. Okay?
Is that the dad in you?
Yeah, it's the dad in me, and then it's this is actually a really good movie and a really good album.
Josh makes a good point. Jordan could never get canceled. He'll just drop another fire retro. We'll forget why we're mad at him.
That's awesome.
We try to cancel him.
All these people who are probably upset that he donated money to Black Lives Matter and all these foundations to help minorities. What retro will it take for them to get over it?
The all red.
Just drop the Space Jams again, and it's a wrap.
No, it'll be the all red retros again. The red Jordan 11s.
Oh yeah, okay.
And then you do a subtle blue patch in the back, and you're like Confederate, baby.
Oh,
you get them all back. You get them all back. Okay, Jordan's a really good one. Anybody else for you guys?
I mean, I guess LeBron would be up there.
Oh, see, LeBron.
That's a good one.
LeBron, I would say, is already canceled in a certain section of the population,
and probably rightfully so.
Yeah,
with the whole with the ordeal with China and how he just wouldn't come out to.
Oh yeah,
because obviously he has so much money tied in with his Nike deal.
Yeah, he bent the knee to China, right? Like a lot of
Right.
people lost respect for LeBron there in terms of like, hey, is this what you stand for?
Yeah.
You're still one of the greatest basketball players, all that. But I can tell you right now, there is a huge overlap of people that are upset that NASCAR took the Confederate flag away and not like LeBron. Like that's the
Yeah.
same person, I think.
Do
Yeah,
you
that's
think
fair.
people are more mad at LeBron in terms of the timing of when these things happened because of the decision or the ordeal with China?
The decision.
Yeah, I think
I
people
would
are.
agree with you.
I think people
Yeah.
are kind of over the China thing, to be honest. Even
I
like
think
for like
I think
Daryl, I think it's kind of over.
we missed one of the most, and I use the royal we because I was when this happened with LeBron, I hated the Heat so much. But looking back at that, we missed like an important era in basketball. I feel like because I was so mad at LeBron James for going to the
Yeah.
freaking Heat.
I was mad.
That
I
yeah.
was mad at Chris Broussard because he said LeBron and Bosh were coming to the Bulls, and he was wrong. That's so touchy.
That
Kim Jong-
era, it was all about excellence. That era was like, yeah, let's team up. Let's do something awesome. Who cares what people think? We're going to release Watch the Throne. We're going to do the Heatles. Let's do it.
Beautiful Andrew says Kim Jong-un can't be canceled. I mean, he resurrected from death.
Yeah,
So
remember
I
when he
would say
died
so.
this year?
Yeah.
He came back. It was like a 36-hour period where it was like he's on life
He's
support.
dead.
He's dead, and all of a sudden, like, here's a picture of Kim Jong Un getting coffee. And you're like, what is happening?
That was wild. Man, like he was doing that to test out, right? That like who was the
His
lead.
inner circle or whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to do that next time. Next time I want to see who the rat is in my circle. Is it my wife
fake my death.
or is it baby trickster? Who's the rat in here? I'm gonna
You're
fake my
your
death.
death.
I'm gonna scar my daughter for life, but I'll find out if she's the rat or not. That's more
awesome.
important.
Find out
Okay.
if she's a snitch.
John Cena, is he uncancelable, or is he just not? Because he's really popular.
He's like
I
getting
don't
the
know if
movie thing now. I mean, he's done like 3,000 Make-A-Wish stuff.
Yeah,
So,
he's
I feel
like he has a. That's what I was gonna say. He has the record for like the most Make-A-Wish requests granted. So I feel like he's built up so much goodwill. It would take something like completely disgusting for him to get canceled.
Okay. I had one that was really good. Dang it, I blanked. Sorry, guys. Oh man, who was it? God, let me go back look at my list. I had a really good one for you guys.
Beyonce, Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama, is she uncancelable? Sorry, I remember. It was Guy Fieri.
Oh,
Guy Fieri.
No,
probably.
Do you guys
Yeah,
remember that Reddit
uncancelable.
thread? Do you guys remember that Reddit thread that came out about Guy Fieri? I want to say
No.
3 or 4 years ago, where people were trying to throw some dirt up against him and how he's creepy when he's filming DDD Triple D with women, and like people really tried hard and nothing ever
Really?
caught on. So they tried to cancel Guy Fieri, but it didn't work. So
I didn't know that was a thing.
yeah, there's a thread. Look that up. It was the Guy Fieri thread, and I don't want to say what he was accused of because he was never found guilty of it or anything like that. So you guys can look it up on your own. But yeah, there was a period there where the internet tried really hard, and Guy Fieri was like, "Are you guys coming to Flavortown?
Nah.
Yes or no? No? Cool. You guys exit here." And the rest of you guys jump back on the highway because I've got a new dinners, drive-ins, and dives.
I feel like a month ago I would have said Ellen, but she's basically been canceled. Like,
Why
Has she?
so?
because
Wait, what happened?
her ratings are like an all-time low. There's all these like stories you can find online about how she's just
Oh, she's
absolutely-
terrible to her producers
Yeah.
and stuff,
Yeah.
right?
she's just a terrible person. She like the way she treats like her security guards. Like they just said she's awful, and like her
Yeah.
ratings are like all-time low. People are kind of out on Ellen, so I think she used to be in that category. What about Oprah?
Ooh, Oprah's uncancelable.
That's a great one.
That's
yeah.
an awesome
Oprah's
one.
great.
Good one,
Oprah's
Joe
very
George.
great.
Oprah
yeah.
has her own network, damn it.
Yeah.
Oprah would buy out the people trying to cancel her. Right? Like
There you
if
go.
us three we put together a cancel Oprah fund or canceloprah.com. Somebody would get in touch with us and buy it out for like $1 million, right? So
Yeah.
it never even hits any kind of traction or a mainstream. She's the best. Oprah's story is so phenomenal. I'm trying to think of who else is not ever going to even taste the lips of canceled.
Raheel could probably get canceled at Josue from Josh. I mean,
dude, I could get canceled. I got canceled, Jose.
I mean,
I literally just got canceled.
Low hanging fruit, Josh.
I just got canceled, bro. I just got canceled. They're like, oh yeah, COVID-19. Let's get him out. What? I don't know. What? I got my COVID test today, Jose. Have you gotten one yet, Joe George?
Yeah, I had to get one because we had someone at work at 790 test positive. So,
COVID Ross.
Yeah. Well,
COVID Ross.
Yeah,
COVID Ross. He tweeted about it. Ross. Yeah.
Ross tested positive, and I was producing his the nightcap with him that week, 2 nights. So I went and got tested just like to be safe, and I came out negative.
Were you guys within 6 feet of each other?
Yeah, we take the elevator down.
Were you sanitizing everything?
Yeah, but we still we took the elevator down 2 nights.
What'd you tell your wife?
Did you peel your mask back when you kissed?
Shut up.
Did you tell your that's a hard thing to tell your wife that, hey, I think I might have it because of another guy.
Dude, not even that.
Why is that a hard thing?
Yeah. Your wife must have been devastated, Joe George. You got COVID and
couldn't see her for a week. Yeah, it was a weird conversation. Like, my parents were here, and I had to be like, "Hey, I know you just drove here from Chicago, but I can't really see you that much."
Damn.
So, yeah.
Did you get a public test or a private test?
I guess it was private, but through my insurance.
Okay. So you went to a clinic or something?
Yeah, I went to a clinic, yeah.
Okay. So I did mine publicly because, I have health insurance, but I just want to see what it's like if I went through Ford Penn and did it through them. Dude, it took me 12 days just to get the test. So I called in, I filled out the form. From the time I filled out the form to when they called me to schedule my appointment took 5 days, and they didn't have an appointment until today. So when it's all said and done, by the time I find out if I have COVID-19 or not, it's going to be 14 or 15 days.
Jeez.
Yeah, they told me 3 to 5 days when I took the test. And then on day 4, I called and they're like, yeah, no, it's going to be 5 to 9 days till we get it back.
Wow.
And then I got it the next day on day 5. But at first they told me 3 to 5, and I was like, that's fine. And then when it changed to almost 10, I was like, this sucks. But
and you didn't have it, right? You were good.
No, I tested negative.
Okay, good.
Jose, how long? I had it, honestly. But.
Jose, how long did it take you?
Not that long. I took the test on a Friday. I had the results on Tuesday.
Okay, so
accounting for the weekend and the fact that they had to ship everything out.
Sure. Okay, so that wasn't too bad.
No.
See, I'm thinking now. I hope I didn't have it, man, because. I did hang out with neighbors, and I kept my distance, but still, you never know. And again, it's weird. My sister's husband had it, and they never she never moved out or anything for the week. They stayed together in the house. She never got it. It's a weird thing. If anybody should have gotten it, it's her, but she didn't get it. And HIPAA violation there. My bad, everyone. But guys, don't tweet at her.
Raheel.
No, but it's strange. You just don't know. And I was thinking, today I was working out for the first time in almost a week. And before, when I was working out, man, I was getting tired really fast. And usually my endurance is okay. And now it's fine. Now I'm back to pretty much 100%. And I'm thinking, damn, did I have it? So we'll find out, if I had it or not, if it's still in my body or whatever. But yeah, okay, that was a little COVID-19 side talk for everybody because we are living in a pandemic. So wanted to talk about it. Okay, any last uncancelable people for you guys? Michelle Obama. I don't think you can cancel her.
Well, can you cancel Barack then?
Yeah, that was
Barack's been. I think Barack has been canceled
since the Easter suit
by a portion of the population. It doesn't even have to be a right-leaning population. I think a lot of people towards the end of the Obama administration, you're they were doing some shaky stuff there.
Yeah.
So they might Barack Obama's great, after, but every president after they leave office, they become 100% more likable. right?
The 180 turn for George Bush.
Mm-hmm.
That 180 turn was immediate. Like,
Yep. But Michelle Obama helped him get that. Like, she gave him the bump, and she gave him the push there.
so, and does that help her uncancelability?
If she can make President Bush, former President Bush, likable,
Yeah.
then she's uncancelable.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton. He should have been canceled like 100 times already.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been canceled.
No, like everything that happened in office, and then his connection to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Like,
Go listen, Joe George. Go listen to Slow Burn Season 2, the podcast by Slate. Bro, there's Bill Slate tried, and this podcast is done so well. I talk about it every week. Slow Burn. It's done so well. It's awesome. It's not going to get Bill Clinton canceled. It's that good. It might get the author killed, actually.
So is that the most uncancelable person we just discussed? I think it's him or Vince McMahon.
I think Vince McMahon's at the top. Like, even like the XFL stuff, if you add that in both times, the faster that it's been. I mean, like, this guy.
The Jimmy Snuka stuff in the 80s.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they basically accused him of covering up a murder on that wrestling show a month ago, and like no one bats an eye.
No one batted an eye, right?
It's just like it is there. I mean, who can file bankruptcy and then the next day be in the headlines of Vince McMahon filed bankruptcy for the XFL so we could try to rebuy it? Like, no one can get away with that.
No, you're right. I think, Jose, you win this one because
I agree.
He's like, we've gone through, it's not hypotheticals. Like, these are actual things that has survived. You know, with The Rock, these are all hypotheticals, right? Like, he hasn't been challenged to be canceled yet. Vince McMahon has done all these things, and people try to bring these up, but again, Jose, you were unsuccessful in trying to cancel him. Instead, you did him a favor, and he just won the most uncancelable person.
Yep.
Joshua says, Bill Clinton, isn't he already canceled? No, he's not. Like, he's still booking mad talking fees. Like, he'll do, like, we saw him when I was at Landry's at our annual little convention that they do with all the restaurants, and we get to go. I got to go because I was marketing. Bill Clinton was the keynote speaker, and people were going I was going crazy. Like, oh my God, Bill Clinton's here. Oh my God, Bill Clinton's here. This is amazing. And then you start now, like, I'm thinking back. Oh, that was disgusting. 2016 Raheel. What are you doing? No, 2014 Raheel. Why were you going crazy over Bill Clinton? That dude, dirtbag.
Have you guys watched the Epstein Netflix doc?
Not yet. I can't watch it because it looks so horrible.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be disgusted. To me, it's like the Michael Jackson documentary.
Oh, that was
really hard.
Yeah,
have you seen
one? It's tough, dude.
Have you seen either of those, Joe?
Yeah, I've seen both of them. I think the Michael one was harder to watch, but the Epstein one is like it's tough to watch because like you've got these sit down interviews with people and they're telling you the whole story, and you just like you're mad for them as you're watching it, and then now that like that his partner in crime just got arrested this weekend, like it's even weirder to like go back and think about it. But it's a tough watch, honestly. Like it's just sad in all honesty.
Man, yeah. I'll watch it, Jose, but it might take me a while. I'm watching The Family on Netflix, which is a 5 or 6 part docuseries about the religious group called The Family that runs politics pretty much. You know, the National Prayer Breakfast. You guys have heard of the National Prayer Breakfast, right? They do it once a year.
Yeah.
They're the ones that put it on. And you learn about this foundation / family / religious organization, and David Coe, who ran this whole thing, and it is so crazy. Like, you always hear about like it's a backroom deal and politics are run by powerful men that you'll never meet and never hear about. This is what they're talking about. Like, there's actual stories and evidence, and it is so damn good. My neighbor told me about it. So don't make the mistake I did or I made, because there's The Family on Netflix. There's a who is it? Gosh, the dude who's in every single
The Bill Burr show?
No. He's in every single mafia movie. Why am I blanking on his name? Not Al Pacino, the other one.
I'm blanking as well.
Come on.
Ray.
Not Ray Liotta.
Not
No?
Ray Romano?
Not Ray Romano. Why am I blanking on it? He's one of the most famous actors ever. Michelle Pfeiffer's in this movie as well.
Joe Pesci?
No, not Joe Pesci. Not Joe Pesci. Come on,
Robert
guys.
De Niro?
Robert De Niro is who we're looking for. Robert De Niro is who we're looking for. Gosh, I got to start taking my alpha brain again. This is horrible. But yeah, there's two. So there's The Family, the movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert De Niro. And I was like, why did my neighbor recommend this movie from 2013? It's like a mafia comedy. It's so bad. It's about a family that had to who's in witness protection, and they moved to France. And it's just like the worst movie because none of it makes sense. And it's just like, oh, let's just do a movie in France. Okay, cool, let's do it. It's not that one. It's The Family, the docuseries, guys. Don't watch the movie. Because I messaged my neighbor. I was like, I don't get why you thought I would like this Robert Downey movie from 2013. And he's like, no, dude, it's a 5-part like series. And I'm like, oh, my bad. I watched the wrong one. Anyways, side note.
That's like my story of watching The Wire from the 5th episode and being so confused.
Yes.
That's literally the same thing.
Oh, man. Joe George, how can people listen to you, man?
Yeah, so I produce the A-Team, and I'm like the third wheel on that show. It's the 3 to 6 Monday through Friday, and then I'm co-hosting a show with Adam Sager on Saturdays called Space City Saturday. We're on from right now.
Hold on.
What?
There's two guys from Chicago hosting a show called Space City Saturday. Pandering.
There's a show called Clutch City Sunday, and then so we were like, well, let's just be uniform and call it Space City Saturday. So right now we're 10 to 12 until Ross gets back, and then when Ross gets back, we go back to our normal time. It's 12 to 2.
Gotcha. So were you guys trying to push lasagna pizza Saturdays, but it didn't work?
No. Matt Thomas wants us to call it Windy City Saturday, but we're just sticking with Saturday for now.
Joe, thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, thank you guys. Miss you guys.
so
Take
happy
care,
for you,
Joey.
man.
Love you, bro.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Stay
man.
safe, Joey.
Bye, guys.
See you later. Joe George, man. Great dude. I have so many stories about him that I can't even share on here because like we didn't have time, but he's so awesome, dude. He's just a great guy.
His wedding was like the coolest wedding I've been to ever. Like the dining options were just to die for.
I'm so sad I missed that one because my one of my really good friends was also getting married that weekend, and I had to call him. I was like, Joe, I am so sorry I'm missing your wedding, man. And like because he's talked to me so much about like my the culture. Like he took the time to learn about so many different things, and I'm just so happy for him. And I'm so mad I missed the wedding, man. His and Jong's.
It was live.
I missed Jong's wedding too, and I was so upset, man.
I think you just don't want to party with me at weddings.
Oh, no, you don't want to party with me at weddings, dude. I'm the most embarrassing wedding guest ever. Because my ass, again, I don't drink.
Neither do I.
I know, but you're going to, exactly, because you're going to hate it. Like, I go and dance with everybody at the wedding. Like, I don't even know uncles, aunts, whatever. I love weddings, okay? I love weddings. I love, like, just going up to random people, dancing with them, and the more unknown they are, the better. Like, who are you? Like, first of all, I don't know Joe George's
Let me grind
parents.
on you.
I'm sorry. How old are you? 68? Cool. Come on. Let's go, ma'am. We're dancing.
I'm grind on you, ma'am.
My wife gets so embarrassed at weddings with me because I just have a good time because weddings are so much fun. Like, how do you not like a wedding? So yeah, you would get embarrassed too, man. You're like my podcast wife, and you would definitely get embarrassed. Okay, quickly, we got click or no click still, but I want to hit on this because this is big news in the sports world, and more, it's just big news in the world. The Washington Redskins and the Cleveland Indians, are they going to change their names, Jose? Yes or no?
I think they will. I was kind of taken aback with how adamant the Braves seemed. Like, oh no, we're not changing it. It was just kind of like, you're not even going to pretend to consider it. I thought that was interesting.
But are the Braves a racial they're not racial in terms of like the Redskins where you have a goofy caricature, right? Like the Braves, it honors them. I think the chant might be canceled.
That's what it is. I feel, or at least from my understanding, it's the chant more than anything with the Braves. But yeah, I think the Redskins and the Indians will. I think you feel differently.
I don't think the Redskins are going to get. There's no way Snyder is going to change the name. It doesn't matter. Oh, FedEx is going to pull out. Cool. Guess what? We'll have another sponsor. Oh, Nike, you're just taking our stuff off of the website. Okay, cool. You know what? Fine. We'll just go through a team store. What are you going to do? Pull the Holtz apparel deal off and we can't wear Nike jerseys? No, they don't care. I think he is so hell bent on not changing that name, he won't change it until there's a new owner. Because if he was going to change it, if this was such a big deal, and if it was such a ploy by FedEx and Nike and all of that, he would have changed it. He would have said immediately, we are changing our name and not we're looking into it.
Right.
Press release.
Right. I see what you're saying. And it's also been a thing that's he's since 2012, 2014, the first time that he was asked to change it, and he's been adamant about not changing it. Yeah. The whole poll that they did where the poll they did in DC where people were saying they actually didn't mind the name, and he's kind of just held on to that. Mm-hmm. But I also feel like this time it's different. Like I feel like this time with everything it's different, and more people now than ever finally get it. So maybe that it's false optimism on my end, but it feels like it's finally either starting to click with people or they're starting to realize, oh crap, if we don't do something, people are not going to be happy with us. Even if it's disingenuous, people are acting upon the notion of, hey man, there's stuff that is going on in this country that's not right, and we need to make a statement and we need to do something about it.
So this goes back to our conversation that we had. What are we canceling, right? Like, are people? Has there been a sharp decline in season tickets? Has there been a sharp decline in sponsors pulling out? Right, FedEx is their main one, but again, like this sucks for a lot of people to hear. But guess what? If FedEx pulls out, there's going to be like 100 companies ready to buy that sponsorship for the stadium, right? So they'll be like, okay, cool.
The optics of that for that company would be bad.
Some companies don't care though.
No, FedEx, you're right. No, you're right.
Like some companies don't care. FedEx cares now, okay. But if they really cared about it, why didn't they pull it last year?
Right.
Why didn't they pull it 2 years ago? Right. Like it didn't bother you then, so it just bothers you now because it's front and center. But again, we're gonna look. I hate this. We're gonna move on as a society, right? Like we're gonna move on and be like, oh, okay, you know what? There's this problem now. There's that problem now. And it's going to happen, right? Like at some point you go, hey man, we really don't care if you change a team name or not, but can we just arrest the officers that shot Elijah? Like at some point, can we do that, please? Can we do that? Like this beautiful human who is just walking home. Can we not kill him, please? Can we let's focus on that again and not about the Redskins.
Right. I get what you're saying. That's the bigger fish that we need to fry. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing with, and this was the whole thing 2 weeks ago with all these Hollywood actors choosing to leave their voice acting roles when they were voice actors for minority actors, right? And people were like, whoa, this isn't what we're asking for. But at the same time, this is opening the door for those minorities in Hollywood who aren't represented properly. So yeah, it's not the big issue, and it's not what we're actually trying to accomplish. But I don't think it's a negative thing either.
Yeah. Okay, that's a good point. I think the Indians, Cleveland Indians, because they came out on their own. Nobody was even asking about the Cleveland Indians. Everybody's so focused.
But that's baseball, right? Typical baseball. Yeah. Like, hey guys, look at this, guys.
And they're like, hey, we're gonna change our name, guys. If you guys want to give us some love real quickly, because we would love to get some retweets here, guys. So we're gonna change our name as well. Dan Snyder's like, we'll look into it, dude. By the way, we got a minority head coach. I'll talk to him or something. That's what that press release said. It was so disgusting.
To be fair to the Indians, the team in Cleveland, was it starting last year? They went away from that main Indian logo to the C logo, and that pissed off a lot of people. So it's not like they're doing it out of the blue. Now it seems like they're actually committing to it. But it's not the first time that the Indians have had to confront this, and they've already started the process. Granted, them changing the logo on the hat isn't officially fixing everything, but it's a start at least.
Yeah, but see, again, this goes to, all right, if you obviously that there's something wrong here, right? Like, hey, we can't have Chief Wahoo anymore, right? They're like, hey, we're gonna change it. Okay, hey, like the Cleveland Indians as a name. If Chief Wahoo was never there, would people be upset with the name Cleveland Indians? I don't think they would be, but I think people remember that. This is just a different talking point about. We're just doing Cleveland sports radio real quickly.
We low key are, yeah.
Yeah, we low key are, but I don't think people would be as upset with just Cleveland Indians. Now, the Washington Redskins, and I've been reading up on it. There, like, a lot of Native Americans don't find that term to be as offensive as we think they think that we think they would find it to be.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't think the Redskins will. I think eventually, Dan Snyder's doing hey, you guys know they're all going to move on to something else, right? Like, they'll eventually move on. They'll forget about us. We'll have another season where nobody cares about us, and there's what was the last good Redskins moment, right? That's it. So
RG3's rookie season.
Yeah, that was it. I can't think of another one. So there you go. Just I wanted to get that out there. Do you want to do click or no click? Do we skip it for 2 weeks in a row? Because I know you. No,
we can't. We can't skip it for 2 weeks in a row.
All right, let's do it.
We gotta do click or no click.
Okay. Anything else that we missed before we move on to click or no click? We already talked about The Family. I wanted to bring that up with you. It's a really good show, a really good documentary series. Oh, by the way, 2 new songs. We need to discuss this real quickly before click or no click. Kanye released a new song.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was featured on another new song.
A Ty Dolla $ign song with was 4 other people on it.
Which is by far my favorite song of the year so far.
Really? Yes. I honestly haven't heard it, but I did like the Kanye single.
You did like it?
Which I haven't. I mean, I've liked Kanye songs in his later albums. But that I was pleasantly surprised with the single.
So for people that don't know, Kanye's new song is called "Wash Us in the Blood." It sounds a lot like something from Yeezus. So if you like that really like rock and roll, digital, aggressive sounding music, then this is for you.
With an unnecessary Travis Scott feature.
Yeah, like what? I was
he's
looking around,
on the song for like 15 seconds.
I'm like, why is he? Who brought Travis Scott in this? Travis, don't you have a kid to raise or something? What's Travis Scott doing here, guys? Who let him in? Travis, can you go design some shoes that I'll never get, please? Can you go do that? Can you go design another pair of shoes that I'll never win on sneakers, but damn, Jose wins it?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Doug.
Jose, I know. No, I'm talking about El Jefe, Jose. Same thing, Josh Jose. And then the other song that came out, Ty Dolla $ign, Kanye's on it. I'm telling you, this is exactly what I wanted on Kanye's last album. The song is called Ego Death, and it's just good Miami bounce music, like house music. It has a little bounce element to it. It's just a fun song. It's
Ty Dolla $ign's Kanye, Skrillex for some reason, and FK Twigs, right?
I don't even know who FK Twigs is.
She's a big experimental pop artist.
Okay, is she the one singing at the end, or is that just a generic
I think
singer?
so. I haven't heard the song.
Okay,
it might be her.
Yeah, you gotta. I think it's a great song. I've played that song all week long. It's a good high energy song. Good lyrics. Kanye's in there with a decent verse, and it's whatever. To me, any of his verses now are just all right, let's just get through it, please. But yeah, it's a really good song. Ego Death is the song. So those are 2 new songs. And then can you explain The Baby to me, please, real quickly?
What did he do now?
I don't know. I just
fight
don't,
another girl.
I just don't understand The Baby. That's all. I just wanted to get.
You
that
don't
out
understand
there.
his name, or you don't understand him as an artist.
As an artist.
Yeah, he's kind of
Like, is
I
he
don't
a
want to say
really
this 'cause
hardcore? Is he hardcore gangsta or is he pop?
he's like more poppy street rap, I would say.
Okay.
This is mean to say, but he's a little bit of a one trick pony.
Yeah, because the only song I recognized of his is the Rockstar song that he has out.
Which isn't a bad song.
Eh.
I don't think that's a bad song.
Okay, I'll listen to it more if you.
He's one of those guys that I didn't love his music. I liked his music, and I was kind of rooting for him. But then he started fighting women at bars and stuff and clubs, and I was kind of like,
He started fighting women in clubs.
Yeah, Sammy says he's kind of like Ludacris, but more silly rap. I feel like Ludacris was actually a really, really good rapper, though, and I don't know if the baby is.
Okay, there you go. Explaining the baby, because I didn't get it, but
there's also a Lil Baby, right?
Yeah, I know Lil Baby.
Okay.
And then I know Rich Boy Never Broke Again, and that's it. Those are all the new rappers I know. And then rest in peace to XXXTentacion.
Oh no.
No?
I think he like beat his pregnant baby mama or something.
Oh, okay, so just in peace for him, not rest. Okay, just in peace to him. And then who was the other one that got shot up?
Shot up?
Wasn't there another one?
Oh, Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke was the one that was murdered at an Airbnb.
Oh.
Juice WRLD died of an overdose.
Juice WRLD.
He died of an overdose. His state is releasing an album on Friday.
Okay, there you go. Okay, click or no click?
Click or no click. So we've got 5 stories. Of course, we do this every week. Raheel will tell me if we should click or not. The first one, Matthew McConaughey shares an expiring 4th of July message. Wear the D mask.
It's D, and then they censor the next 3 letters out, so it makes it look like D-I,
like the male organ, the male member.
Like, wear your mask.
Are we not allowed to say "damn"? It's the title of a Kendrick Lamar album.
So it's the actual story. I sent this to you over the weekend. I just wanted to put that in there.
I know you didn't want to actually click on it. That's why I added more stories.
Yeah, the actual quote is just "wear your damn mask." But the way Yahoo censored it, it makes it look like "wear your
penis
Richard."
Mask.
Yeah, your Richard mask. Another name for Richard is that word. Okay, next one. So that's a no click. That was just me wanting to.
That's
bring
a
up
meme. Raheel's got to get his joke off.
I just wanted to talk about my fellow alumni.
Longhorn.
Yeah, who we were featured in a graduation video together. So I just wanted to bring him up.
Do you guys sing that racist UT song together?
# not my eyes of Texas.
All right. Next up, let's see. We've got a bunch of good ones. I added a bunch at the end. Let's go with this one. 450-pound man tries to hide marijuana from the police by using his stomach fat.
Click. I want that. Did he eat it or did he put it?
Oh.
Or did he put it underneath the overflow?
All right. Let's find out.
I need to know. I need to know how he.
Of course. You want to guess what state this happened in?
Florida.
Of course. A Central Florida man who weighs 450 pounds faces multiple charges after sheriff deputies say he hid cocaine and 23 grams of marijuana under his stomach fat.
So he did. He just put it in the overflow.
I guess so, yeah.
So he just put it, underneath the fupa.
Underneath the what?
The fupa.
Was that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay. According to a new release, the deputies stopped the vehicle on Friday after noticing the passenger wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Jesus.
How does he's got to have an extender, a seatbelt extender anyways. So
officials say the 42-year-old man told the deputy that he was too big to wear a seatbelt. Then the deputies requested a drug detecting dog because Mitchell and the driver appeared to be nervous. The dog detected a presence of drugs in the vehicle. And in addition to the drugs, Deputies say they found a handgun and $7,000 in cash.
You get your money.
Whew.
So did that dog just start sniffing? Like, it just got right up on his underneath his stomach.
Why are you nervous?
He's like, I found it. I found it. It's right here.
Oh, jeez.
That poor dog. Oh, that's disgusting. Next story. Gosh.
Billy McFarland has contracted COVID-19 after his early release was denied. Ha ha, Billy McFarland. I don't care to click on that one, but I wanted us to collectively laugh at Billy McFarland.
All right, good. I'm down with that. Let's laugh at him.
Next one. Airports offering flights to nowhere for people who want the illusion of travel.
What? Airports offer
click.
flights. Yeah, click on that one. I'm confused by this one.
Let me try to read this one without laughing.
Go for it.
Airports are offering flights to nowhere for people who want the illusion of travel.
So I'm going to try to guess what's happening. So they just go, because you haven't been to the airport, obviously, in a while, but you've probably seen the pictures. You've seen all the planes that are just parked up and down the runway, right? Because there's no place to put them. You can't put them all in the hangars. So when you land, you just see a bunch of planes that are parked there just, because there's not much air travel going on. So do they just drive you out to those planes and you take a few Instagram pictures and call it a day?
That's what it seems like. So this airport began offering passengers a trip to nowhere in early July and received about 7,000 interested guests. Only 60 were chosen from the pool for the half-day airplane quote-unquote trips that will continue for the next couple of weeks. This is happening in Taiwan, by the way. So those selected for the phony flight received boarding passes and continued through the typical security process they would if they were traveling internationally. Once through, guests gather at the gate where they waited aboard the airline, which the island considered. Wait, hold on. They gathered at the gates and they waited aboard the China Airlines plane. That's the name of the airline. Mm-hmm. Taiwan's major carrier, which the article notes, they consider renaming because of the close resemblance to Air China. Because of the pandemic? I don't know. That sounds very...
Wait, so China Air and Air China are both they're separate companies.
Correct.
Okay. That was a bad business decision.
Yeah, those who took part in this gimmick practiced safe social distancing and wore their mandated masks as they talked with flight attendants and admired the new safety measures the airport had installed due to the coronavirus. Taiwan swiftly reacted to COVID-19 outbreaks, closing the border, yada, yada. This just goes on to compliment Taiwan for being a more competent country than us. But yeah, so they get the illusion of flying without physically flying.
So, I mean, they go through the dangerous part and they're in the same plane still with all these people. So you're already there, like...
Might as well fly.
Yeah. Are they just not allowed to fly somewhere right now? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, the article notes at the end that Taiwan closed its borders quickly. So I don't know if they're still closed. But that would explain that.
There must be domestic sanctions, right? Like right now, we can't go to a lot of places because we're from Texas, and because we're idiots sometimes. So maybe that's why they can't fly. But God, you're putting yourself in harm's way. You get that far, and the whole point is just stay in the plane. That's the worst part. Is when the plane isn't flying because the AC is not jacked up yet. It is the worst part of flying. Is just that sitting.
They're going through security just for fun.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, if you had if you're part of the program, what is it? The clear program or
the TSA pre-check?
The pre-check. Like your boy is, then lines are for suckers.
Can you imagine someone who participates in this just bypasses the line with their their TSA pre-check? You might as well not go. You're missing half of the experience of waiting in line.
Of just standing there in line. That's so dumb. But hey, man, I guess anything to pass some time.
All right, last one. Indian businessman with $4,000 pure gold face mask admits that it probably isn't the best choice to protect against the virus.
Give me that click. Give me that click because I know who he's pandering to. He's pandering to people in Dubai and Abu Dhabi and basically Saudi Arabia.
The mask is ridiculous. It literally just covers his mouth and his nose. You can see the rest of his face.
So it's like oh, that's weird.
Oh my goodness! He in the article's quotes him saying, "It is a thin mask that has tiny pores that has helped me breathe. The face masks obviously are mandatory in around the world, and actually."
So is it just his mask, or is he selling?
Yeah, yeah. No, this is from my understanding. This is just his mask.
Why is this a story?
It was very slow on my laptop right now. I apologize. Because it's such a flex. He has a freaking $4,000 mask made out of solid gold.
This is like when
you click on the story.
Yeah, this is like when
if you click on the story, like it's a ridiculous looking mask.
This is when those gold iPhones and gold flip phones were hot in the UAE because people just wanted it. They have so much money there. They're like, well, why not buy a $10,000 gold phone that like is really heavy because gold is heavy and it's like it's not any different. There's no added features. It's just the fact that it's gold plated and that's it. Like they just want to spend money. So I thought it was geared towards them. Like, hey, all you rich people, just buy this gold mask. And by the way, everyone that's if you want to get your mask, Spicy Boy mask, we only have 25 left. So make sure you get yours. Link in the description of this episode, or you can go to my Instagram and the link is in the bio.
The other interesting thing about this is he's become a local celebrity, apparently through all of this because of his mask, and people ask him for selfies all the time. So my man became a star.
Go get it, gold mask. Go get it. Okay, that's click or no click. Don't forget to buy your Spicy Boy mask. Only $10, by the way. Only $10. I'm not making much money on these guys. I just wanted masks out there for those of you that are like, oh, I'm not going to wear a mask. Well, wear a Spicy Boy mask. Okay, if you're really about it, do it. So I'll send the next shipment out beginning of next week. So you have some time, but please do buy it because these will sell out. We already sold out half of them really fast. So the next half, they're still available. $10 only. $10, guys. That's it. I just want people to wear their damn masks. These are rewashable, all that stuff. So you can wear them as many times as you want. Alamo Remedy CBD. Go to alamoremedy.com. Use promo code UNICORN. Get 10% off of the official CBD product of the Raheel Show podcast. Jose and Raheel approved now because you used it. I use it. Awesome product. Try it out. $17.99. What do you have to lose? All right, that's it. $17.99. Free shipping over orders. Free shipping when you spend $49 or more. It is made in Texas, or excuse me, built in Texas for Texans by Texans. All right, buddy. I think that's everything. Anything else we missed?
I think we're good, man.
All right.
Cancel Vince McMahon, damn it.
It's impossible. He's the most uncancelable person out there. Okay, Jose, thank you so much, man. I'll talk to you next week, okay?
Take care, brother. Stay spicy.